the battle for battery dominance has entered an entirely new phase. And this time it's not just a skirmish, it's an all-out technological war. For years, China held the upper hand, controlling the global lithium supply chain, dominating rare earth material processing, and leveraging its unmatched production capacity through massive gigafactories. But now, that grip is loosening. Elon Musk has revealed a breakthrough that could upend the entire electric vehicle landscape. Tesla's 2026 super aluminum-ion battery has arrived, and it's more than just a next-generation power source. It's a disruptive force that could erase decades of Chinese momentum in the EV space. Tesla's new battery isn't simply an evolution of what's come before. It's a transformative leap, embodying three distinct advancements in a single platform. Smarter, cleaner, and made entirely without Chinese materials, this battery signals a fundamental shift in energy technology. Musk's vision revolves around accelerating innovation, delivering superior products faster and earlier than any competitor. With this aluminum-ion solution, Tesla is aiming to do exactly that, and Musk's confidence stems from a trio of powerful technological developments that are turning heads across the industry. Unlike conventional batteries that focus on one strength, whether it's longer range, faster charging, or extended lifespan, Tesla's aluminum-ion battery delivers all three. Without compromise, traditional batteries make trade-offs. You boost energy density and you might lose durability. Increase charging speed and you might shorten the battery's life. But Tesla has flipped this formula. Thanks to re-engineered cell architecture that employs ultra-thin bilayer graphene anodes, Tesla's aluminum-ion battery achieves a volumetric energy density exceeding 1,420 watt-hours per liter. That means a relatively compact 55 kilowatt-hours pack can propel a Model 2.5 vehicle over 820 miles on a single charge, even in real-world conditions such as highway driving. To put that into perspective, that's enough to get from Los Angeles to Seattle without stopping. This incredible jump in range doesn't stem from increasing battery size, but from nearly eliminating internal resistance within each cell. These micro losses, which are common in lithium-ion batteries, suck up energy without the driver even knowing it. But with Tesla's new design pushing resistance close to 0 ohms, more energy gets put to actual use. It's a change that drastically redefines expectations, especially for users who want dependable range without constant recharging. The physical realities are clear. The less resistance inside the cell, the less energy lost to wastestand. That means dramatically better performance. However, what really separates this battery from the rest is how it deploys power. Tesla isn't just offering a better battery, it's delivering a smarter one. Enter the Dynamic Self-Balancing Power Cluster System, or DSPC. In most batteries, energy is discharged evenly across all cells, regardless of how much is needed. But Tesla's DSPC turns each battery pack into an intelligent network of autonomous microclusters. Each microcluster has its own controller, able to manage and distribute power independently. This means the battery activates only the amount of power actually required, preserving energy, reducing heat, and prolonging cell life. For short trips, like a quick run to the store, only a few clusters come online. For longer journeys, the battery gradually brings more clusters into action, all guided by a localized version of Tesla's Neural AI. This on-demand deployment extends battery health by more than 30% and ensures that if one section of the battery begins to degrade, others can instantly take over without affecting overall performance. It's like having a high-efficiency engine that only uses the cylinders it needs at any given moment. And because the DSPC integrates with Tesla's adaptive suspension and braking systems, the entire vehicle operates as a harmonized unit, energy across every component, not just the battery. The design also tackles the most dreaded EV concern: battery degradation. For many, the slow decline in capacity represents an eventual multi-thousand-dollar replacement cost. But Tesla's 2026 battery addresses this with a solid-state edge reinforcement structure that halts dendrite formation, teeny spike-like structures that pierce lithium cells from within and destroy them over time. In addition, the aluminum-ion battery is layered with self-regulating microthermal panels, enabling it to operate in temperatures from -45 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit without needing complex thermal management systems. This leads to a simpler, more durable battery that doesn't flinch in extreme weather. In terms of longevity, the aluminum-ion pack defies expectations. It's rated for over 15,000 full charge cycles, translating to more than 4 million miles of use. That's enough to drive from Earth to the Moon and back 8 times. And when stored for long periods, the battery retains nearly all of its charge, losing just 0.1% per month compared to the 20% monthly drop seen in many lithium-based systems. This is more than just a battery, it's a long-term energy solution for everyday people, especially those on fixed incomes or tight budgets. This means never having to worry about replacement costs or unexpected failures. One car, one battery, one investment. But the battery itself is only part of Tesla's masterstroke. What's even more revolutionary is the facility behind it. While the world watched Tesla expand in Texas and Nevada, Musk quietly launched Cold Forge 1, a manufacturing plant deep in the Alaskan wilderness. At first glance, Alaska might seem like an odd choice, but its natural sub-zero environment is exactly what aluminum manufacturing requires. The forging process needs rapid cooling, which normally consumes massive amounts of energy. But in Alaska, the cold air does most of the work, slashing energy consumption by over 70%. Combined with local geothermal and hydroelectric power, Cold Forge operates with almost zero emissions and zero Chinese materials. This isn't just another factory. Cold Forge could single-handedly dismantle China's economic advantage in battery production. With lithium-ion batteries from Shenzhen still costing around $131 per kilowatt-hour, Tesla's Cold Forge facility is on track to produce aluminum packs for under $45 per kilowatt-hour by 2027. That's a 65% price drop, one that China simply can't match while relying on coal power and vulnerable shipping routes. Cold Forge isn't just innovative, it's economically lethal to Tesla's competitors. The implications go far beyond cost savings. Cold Forge may be the prototype for a new kind of industrial model, one where geography, sustainability, and automation merge to create unbeatable production efficiency. If this model scales, it doesn't just chip away at China's lead, it flips the balance entirely. Imagine dozens of Cold Forge-style factories across North America, Europe, and Australia, eliminating the need for imported raw materials and shrinking China's influence in energy tech. And that's precisely the path Tesla is pushing. This transition doesn't just touch industry, it reshapes geopolitics. The U.S. has long lagged in lithium reserves, holding just 1% of global supply. That's why the country remains heavily reliant on imports, many of which come from nations with tense political ties. But aluminum changes everything. America already produces 1.7 million metric tons of aluminum per year. With targeted upgrades, that figure could jump to 5 million in 5 years. There's also 1.5 million tons of aluminum sitting unused in the U.S. Strategic Reserve. By shifting away from lithium to aluminum-ion technology, Tesla effectively eliminates America's dependency on hostile foreign supply chains. The result is a tangible path to energy independence, not decades from now, but today. This is about national security just as much as it is economics. No longer would the U.S. need to rely on Chinese processing or Congolese cobalt. Aluminum-ion batteries remove the bottlenecks and ethical dilemmas that have plagued the lithium supply chain. This new tech is already being evaluated for military use, including battlefield drones and grid-stabilizing microgrids. In economic terms, aluminum-ion adoption could eliminate as much as $150 billion in annual battery import costs. The shift to aluminum also resets the intellectual property game. Right now, China holds more than 90% of global patents related to lithium batteries. But with the aluminum-ion revolution underway, projections suggest the U.S. will hold 55% of IP rights in this domain by 2027. That's a huge swing in ownership and influence. Beyond the patents, this transition is poised to ignite a massive wave of job creation. Analysts forecast over 400,000 new jobs in aluminum processing, 300,000 in battery production, and another 800,000 across the supply chain, from logistics and software to recycling and AI. And perhaps most importantly, this isn't a coastal or tech hub phenomenon. Much of this industrial revival will hit America's heartland, turning the Rust Belt into a battery belt. The infrastructure is already in place. 63 aluminum smelting facilities ready for upgrades, port systems optimized for aluminum shipping, and a dozen top-tier universities doing advanced research. Companies like Alco and Reynolds are pouring billions into battery-grade aluminum development. This isn't speculation, it's active transformation. And for every dollar spent on domestic aluminum-ion production, the U.S. economy is projected to gain $4.50 in return, a 450% economic multiplier. But what does this mean for China? The answer is stark. Tesla doesn't need to confront China directly. It simply needs to outpace demand. That's exactly what's happening.